What's going on, Master Duel fans? James here again. New support in terms of the ranked duels. This time, White Forest with some unique variations. And we all know what's up about how incredible White Forest really is because I literally played the deck in terms of the past months in terms of variations of the seasons. And White Forest, to me, can be utilized if the pilot were to play it correctly. So with that being said, we are pretty much going over the new support based off from the shop of White Forest, Azamina, and everything else. If I miss out any cards based off from the shop, I will leave the links below in terms of going over new cards. And with this hand going second, this should be something. Okay. When it comes to the newer cards, we're going to start universally off from the card shop's prototypes. Snake Eyes Vengeance Dragon happens to be one of them, courtesy of the End of Guilt shop. Fire Dragon Synchro, level 12, 3000 attack, 2500 defense. One tuner along with one or more non-tuner monsters to make it. During the main phase, as a quick effect, you can target one face-up monster anywhere on the field or in either graveyard. Basic Snake Eye things about placing it to the back row as a continuous spell. Also, this card cannot use this effect next turn. And then, during the battle phase, as a quick effect, you can target one monster and one continuous spell anywhere on board, kill them. Each effect once per turn. Now, onwards with the universal of White Forest to be specific. Diabell's Poplar and Witch of the White Forest. 3 new cards in terms of White Forest related. Diabell's the White Witch, Light Illusion, level 8, 2500 attack, 2100 defense. This card is always treated as a White Forest card. Monsters you control cannot be killed by your opponent's card effects while you control 2 or more Diabell monsters. Each of the following effects once per turn. You can send one spell trap from your hand or field to the graveyard. Special it, so it's basically LZ all over again, OG LZ. And then, upon no more special, you can send one Sinful Spoils or Diabell card from your deck to the graveyard. Witch of the White Forest, being a field spell. Now, note this. In any White Forest variations, if I expect to see dark monsters in my extra deck, this field spell is not worth it, to be honest, because A, hardcore loses to Droll, and B, if the opponent says field spell resolves, you will literally never go to your dark extra deck monsters because that's literally on the restriction of the card. The case is, upon activation, it's tanky of White Forest, but you cannot special summon dark monsters from the extra deck for the rest of this turn. Which is the reason why I will literally never play this field spell, only because of that restriction. The first time each White Forest monster you control will be killed by battle each turn, it is not. You can target one White Forest monster you control, make it a tuner. And then the tuner change is a once per turn effect And the activation is a hard once. Poplar of the White Forest. Level 4, Illusion Synchro Tuner. 700 attack, 2000 defense. One tuner along with one or more non-tuner monsters to make it. Summonable all from Diabell, of course. Upon special summon, doesn't matter how it's special summon, you can target 2 White Forest monsters in your graveyard, place them in the owner's spell traps as continuous spells. During your opponent's main phase, as a quick effect, after this effect resolves, put up a quick synchro summon. Each effect once per turn. Now, Azamina, in terms of actual Azamina cards, and or Sinful Spoils if possible. So, the Sinful Spoils. Diabell Star Vengeance. Level 8, 2500 attack, 2100 defense. Dark Fiend, of course. This card is always treated as a Sinful Spoils card. You can banish one spell and one trap from your hand and or graveyard. Special this from your hand or graveyard. Reminds me of Dragon Rulers in some shape or form. But banish a spell and trap for this to happen. And then quick effect, you can pay half, target one card your opponent controls, kill it. Then if you control, well, if another Diabell monster card is on the field, doesn't matter whose, you can special one tuner synchro monster, illusion or spellcaster from your extra deck. Each effect once per turn. Now, as for the rest, if I recall in terms of Azaminas, the actual Azamina, level 12, Light Illusion Fusion, Hot Rhymes, 4,000 flat on the stats. That takes Queen Azamina, of course, along with one fusion or synchro monster to make it. Must first be either fuse summon or special from extra by attributing one Saint Azamina and one face-up monster your opponent controls. So most cases about Saint Azamina, which is the other fusion. So Saint Azamina plus one face-up monster your opponent controls in terms of contact. Can't be killed by card effects. Each time your opponent activates a card or effect, all monsters they control lose 500 attack when it resolves. Your opponent cannot activate the effects of monsters with 0 attack. Cancels out hand traps much, which is a lot with ease. Randomly, Mechanicos, they are all 0. Diabell, same thing. In terms of unable to activate effects. Because, 0 attack. And then the rest of the Azaminas, Sinful Spoils Sanctification is one of them. You can activate one of these effects. Hard once on the effect. Target one Diabell monster in your graveyard or banishment. Discard one card, and if you do, special summon that monster, so it's DDR, Diabell Star Edition. Otherwise, target one face-up monster card in your spell and trap zone, special it. Snake Eyes things. And then Philia Diabell. I'm pretty sure this is a old card, but if I'm getting this wrong, let me know about what cards have it in shop for this. So, normal spell card, and each effect once per turn. Add one level 8 or higher Diabell monster from deck to hand, or if your opponent only controls a monster, only if your opponent controls a monster, special it instead. if this card is banished, you can make all Diabell monsters you currently control gain 500 attack. Other than that, there you go. Pretty much the Diabell cards. In terms of the lore of the story, Deception should be Valor. Hala Azamina. Go for Moo. Moo getting Sinful Spoils of the White Forest. Elza Azamina, free special. Tails getting Sylvie. Real Normal Sylvie getting Woes. Baron. Ah, nice. Moo return for Hala Azamina. Makes sense. Getting Diabell Star. Vengeance, to be specific. Saint Azamina. Wanted, and then... always treat it as a Sinful Spoils card. So, Saint Azamina. For Elia Sylvia. Want to banish. Deception, put back, draw one. Diabell's White Witch. Send Sinful Spoils of the White Forest. Reset button. Toss out Curse of Diabell for Witch, by the way. This is another new Diabell card. Normal Trap. Each effect once per turn. If you control 2 or more Diabell monsters, send 1 monster you control to the graveyard. Destroy all face-up cards your opponent controls. Blows up the whole entire board, which is nuts. And then, if this card is sent to the graveyard or banished from the hand or deck, you can add 1 Diabell spell trap from your deck to your hand that isn't Curse. Curse, getting Philia Diabell. Banish the spell trap. Bring back Vengeance. Boost. Set 1. And pass. So, if I recall, Baron negate, Sylvie negate, and then quick interrupt to, let's see, spot removal by paying half, and then another Diabell exists. This is where a Tuner Synchro comes up. Can't target cards in their field, graveyard, or banishment, or this card specifically, and she's a built-in Amazoness Swordswoman on the Battle Damage Reflect. Real Normal Fox. Elia Sylvia negates. Porcupine. Barn negate. Thrust. Getting Talents. Talent. Let me take something. I originally thought of taking Baron, but I figured, no, Diabell Star is the way to go because we don't want my opponent to keep on extending from there on out. So Diabell Star Vengeance is the card to take when it comes to talents. Beyond the Pendulum. Pay 12 to get Cat. Woes. Not even a synchro. But at the same time, Sylvie getting another plus, which makes sense. Getting Woes. Scale to 2. Sinful Spoils of the White Forest. Can't be Guardian Chimera because you need something from the hand. So Moo Ursilago. Moo. Getting Azamina Debtors. PS2 being Fox and Queen 3. Kill off the 2. Exceed the Pendulum. Pick up Fox. Exceed. Bring back Porcupine. Win. take Baron, Diabell, extend Underworld Goddess by taking or using Saint Azamina, negate Mu just so we can have the attack stat back, Mu getting Deception, Knowledge fully known except the one draw card. Hollow, return Saint Azamina. Deception, Diabell Star Vengeance, banish to 2, Goddess negate, Witch, let it resolve, get the OG LZ, send the field spell, negate the LZ and kill it, real normal draw, and then knowledge is fully known. And the insane part is top deck Tails and go ballistic with the Allure Queen combo. So guys, that's going to do it for the End of Guilt / Atonements and packs in terms of the card shop. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and hit that notification bell to keep yourself constantly updated. And I'll catch you guys next time.